Good morning. This is Florida Plant Mama coming to you again with another try at completing this garden tour. We still haven't gotten through the whole garden yet. It's July 20th, coming to you from Zone 9B, Central Florida. It is early because this is the only comfortable time, or relatively comfortable time, to work in the garden. It's hot, hot, hot. And not only hot, it is humid, people. You can drown by breathing out here. Currently, it's not so bad, except I'm battling the insects. I got my insect repellent on. It's all natural. I don't know if it's working very well. We'll count the number of mosquito bites by the end of this tour, and we'll see. So first thing you come upon is this plant table, a raised bed that my husband got me for a Mother's Day. I've got a couple weeds growing in there that I need to get to today. As you can see, look at them. They're so happy to be there, darn weeds. And I've got some oregano that's kind of taken over. I used to have my calendula in here, but it died out. I will be replanting that in the fall so I can continue to collect the flower heads. Here I have my holy basil, which has been going strong for over a year already. Okay, as we continue, I got some parsley that I am surprised is still doing it in this heat. And we got some more oregano. This is, is it Brazilian oregano? It's an oregano that is like so much more powerful and strong smelling and scented than the oregano that you're used to. And here we have thyme. This thyme has also been here for about 2.5 years. It has gone to seed. As you can see, I've got to take off these tops before they get moldy. Okay, so that's the table. And as we continue down beneath the table, we've got sweet potato vine growing underneath the table. We have some salvia. We have a beautiful gomphrena. We have a yarrow plant. And we have some more oregano down in here mixed with the blasted weeds. Got some weeding to do today, people. All right, so we've got a lovely blue agave, some marigolds, some red sage, red salvia. Oh, now I've got to look it up. I can never remember when I get out here and start doing these tours. And we've got ginger. Okay, look how beautiful they flower. Oh my goodness. But these are not the, these are ornamental ginger. They're not the edible ginger. They were on sale at one of the big box stores last year. So I collected a bunch of them and threw them in here to see if they would grow back, and they did. We've got a Barbados cherry here. This Barbados cherry is the oldest tree in this garden. We finally got some Barbados for this season. They're still green. Let me see if I can find them. There we go. They're still green. We got they had a pretty big hit for the cold season. They froze back pretty good. And right now, they've got a little something going on. Some of the leaves are doing this thing. So I've got to figure out what's going on with it. Every now and then this Barbados cherry gets attacked by something, and I've got to figure it out. I got some basil down here. I will put the name of this plant on the captions. This I got from a friend of mine's garden. I just took one little piece and popped it on in here. Wanted to make a little bit of a ground cover, and it worked. It grew nicely. And we've got another agave. We've got some cayenne peppers tucked in here. Little rock feature, so the little critters have a place to hide and nest. Some more marigolds back there. So this is its own little community of plants. This is the bacon avocado. Let's see how tall it's gotten. That will be trimmed here shortly. I do a summer pruning of the avocado, especially when they have no avocados on them. Last year, this tree produced nicely. This year, it's grown a lot, but it hasn't produced anything. We got a volunteer buttercup here that I am going to let do its thing. I love it when beautiful flowers volunteer. Oh, it's lovely. All right, And this is a continuation of that avocado tree. You can see healthy, beautiful, new growth. Okay, down here, we've got some volunteer stuff that I have yet to identify. I don't think that they are weeds. I feel like I planted this stuff, but I don't remember what it is. Sometimes that happens. And over here, we've got the Brogdon's sister avocado tree. You can see it's quite tall, but it's a lot skinnier than the other avocado. The reason for that is because it's kind of behind it, so it doesn't get as much sun, but this one produces as well. Last year I had a good harvest. This year, again, not so much. The freeze that happened at the beginning of the season kind of hit them hard, even though I protected this area. Okay, I've got a miracle plant here growing in the understory. The miracle plant is in a pot because I like to protect it when it gets cold. You can see we've got some miracle berries on there. You have seen this section kind of as you walk through the path here. To the left is the bacon avocado, the Brogdon avocado, the entrance to the garden. And as we pan back around here to the right, we have the pomegranate that is pissing me off because she is not bearing any fruit. Because of that, we're gonna call her a he. Anything that gets on my nerve is a he. That's mean, right? All right, so I'm a little bit of a feminist. All right, continuing, we've got plants in a bag here. Okay, struggling plants in a bag. We've got a tomato that is holding on for dear life here. A couple of scraggling onions in that potato bag. We've got a carrot bag. I don't even think if I pulled these carrots up, they'd be anything edible. Another carrot bag back here, you can see. Behind these carrot bags, we have the jasmine plant. And we've got a Cavendish banana. This is a dwarf Cavendish, and we've got some Cavendish non-dwarf. You know, big box store banana plant that I just planted, and it multiplied over the past 3 years. Hidden back behind the banana is a katuk plant. Oh, maybe she is. She's grown significantly. She did die back in the winter, but she recovered nicely. I almost didn't even know she was back here until one day I was putzing around, moved a banana leaf and found her. Okay, it's panning back around. Look, we've got a volunteer milkweed. 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them? Yeah, multiple milkweed growing in with the miracle plant. We've got another pomegranate, another wonderful pomegranate. Again, I planted 2 before realizing that they don't do so well in the Florida heat environment. Okay, now this is the jungle, folks, and I love it. Temperature drops a good, I don't know, maybe 5 degrees in this little canopy here, and in it we have a pink guava in a pot that I'm sure the roots have escaped and dug into the dirt by now. We've got a fire bush. Behind the fire bush is the backside or the lateral side of the Barbados cherry. We got another pink guava in here. Fire bush out of the way. And we've got a strawberry guava in here. Probably a little bit too much shade for this strawberry guava to give me any fruit, but I love the bush itself. We've got some society garlic and a few other low-growing plants. Underneath this arch, to the right, the banana forest. To the left, we've got this, it's like, oh gosh. It's, oh, I always forget the name of this vine, but Mexican something or other. I'll post it as well. I'll put it there for you to see what it is. But this vines vigorously, and it makes a fuchsia pink red flower that I enjoy. This is one plant, one that rooted and is doing all of this. Okay, We got a honeysuckle here. It's not flowering. Okay. The bananas on this side. We got a couple things in pots. A few peppers. Look at this cabbage. You think this cabbage is gonna make a head? Doubtful. Okay. Weeds. This used to be a beets pot, but you can see the beets are also scraggly. All right, another pot. It's supposed to be a flower. It's trying to make its way with the weed here. It's like a Mexican sunflower. Okay, I'm gonna go back around this way now. And so we've kind of done a semicircle. This is a sweet potato bed. These are in raised beds. This is the back side of that arch going back towards the jungle. And here we go. I've got lalu growing in this bed. This is a green that does very well in the summer. I guess similar to amaranth, but doesn't produce the same seed head as amaranth. We got some sun hemp growing in this bag. The sun hemp will be chop and drop, basically to feed this bag. Look at this thing. It's escaping even the arch. Okay, got a number of things back to that ginger, and this is the back side of the Barbados cherry. Okay, in this bed we've got some sun hemp and some strawberries that I recently transplanted. This is going to be the strawberry bed. I did it probably the worst time of year ever. This is a nasty little weed. Oh, how rude. I did this probably the worst time ever. It's so hot outside, and I decided the strawberries had to leave the bags that they were in and growing nicely to be moved to this location. And now the several strawberries that I planted have dwindled down to just a handful. So as it is in the garden, sometimes you start over. Okay, now behind this bed is my Jamaican strawberry tree, otherwise known as Muntingia. It produces these little berry things that turn red and are reminiscent of cotton candy. I've also got here a lychee tree that's doing quite well. This is a sweetheart lychee. These are in pots. I'm gonna go around so you can see them a little bit better. We got this pot, and in the walkway, of course, more oregano mixed with some stinking dollar weed. Dollar weed is supposed to be medicinal as well, but I have yet to even try and use it. Look, sweet potato is escaping. Peppers in bags. Peppers in bags. Peppers in bag. Oh, look at those bugs on the peppers. Ugh. What you find at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Got some basil with a pepper in the bag. This here is my seedling sugar apple, grown from a seed that I planted, growing very slowly, I might add. Oh, and back over here, behind this basil in a pot, is the branch of a lime tree that I took a cutting from a friend's productive tree and planted that, and it rooted. This is the carambola, starfruit, Gumfrina. Isn't this variety pretty? Back to the lychee, the front side of the lychee, the front side of the strawberry plant. Another pepper plant. Supposed to be a poblano here. And back to the table, and back to the entrance of the garden. Stay tuned for the next zone of this garden. I still haven't gotten halfway through. You can see how tightly things are packed. It is done strategically because my space is limited and my eyes are big. Thank you for watching.